Hi guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So today is another reading as a continuation of predictions for the members' next coming solo project. And today we're doing Yoongi's. So we'll try to get as much as details as possible on Yoongi's upcoming solo project. And the thing is, this morning he posted 2 sagas and he has been quite active recently. So I know there's a lot of speculations that he is dropping D-3, so that's why I think I would do this reading, would be a proper time to do this reading. And also I just watched the newest run episode and it's so good to see him back, and he seems like really happy and full of life. So I think that it would be appropriate to channel his energy and also try to do this reading. And yeah, so during the meditation and the pre-shuffling, things came out quite straightforward, and it's quite easy to tap into his energy. So I guess let's see what we can get out of this. I said that this is gonna be his next solo project, but quite surely it's gonna be his next mixtape, D3 as we call it. So yeah, these tarot cards here will kind of give out what do we know, what should we know about it, what does he want to deliver with this mixtape. But bear in mind that these are just predictions based on the end, the current energies that I can pick up. It's done with their consent, so of course it's not going to be 100% spot on. It's just how do you say it, a point of reference to take into consideration. And also because when we talk about mixtape, it usually is a mix of a lot of things. So there might be different themes or different messages that are popping up during the reading, so I just want to throw it out of front so we know. And then we will have some oracle cards to see if we can get the timeline of when we can expect D3, messages that he wants to deliver, the concept, the themes of the whole mixtape, and then we will shuffle this together to see if there is any other messages that we would need to know, not I need to know, but that we could get to prepare ourselves for D3. Right, so let's start with the tarot cards. First we've got Ace of Swords. This is quite befitting because Yoongi is really sharp with his words. And notice how this sword is glowing in the dark, and it has eyes on it as well. So very really sharp, really cutthroat, really sure. Well, of course, as August D, Yoongi's always portrayed himself as someone who is very sure of himself. So I guess this is an exact representation of August D, but I guess he will, with this mixtape, he will show a new persona to this persona. You know, like a side of August D that we haven't seen before. It's almost like a rebirth, like a makeover, not a makeover. Yeah, it's like a new persona within a persona that he has created. I have 4 of chalices. So there could be songs that talks about lost and grievance. I think that is quite predictable because if Yoongi would release his mixtape in this year, there would be songs talking about the difficult time of 2020 and even now. So there will be loss and grievance and just crying over the things that we could have had. So that's one of the things. A little bit of like the heavy feeling or heavy feelings, and a little bit on the downside side of the scale. So it's a bit like low and mellow. But then we have the stars, so like hope, hope and like just letting go, or just go with the flow. Like the star card is, this star card is more about like going with the flow and trust that things is gonna work out. Things are gonna work out no matter what. So again, I guess this is also Yoongi's style. Like he would portray two opposite sides of things. He would talk about opposite faces, different. Yeah, and he used the opposite things to complement each other and to emphasize on his messages. Oh, we have King of Pentacles, again another figure that is very, very sure of himself, really knows what he's doing, knows his own craft, and really like owns the stage. He's very confident, very relaxed doing what he does as well. So I guess like with this mixtape he will not re-establish, he will like emphasize his like he will secure his throne as the king in the field that he's working at with, like be it like rapping or producing, or I don't know, he just with this work he just like reminds everyone again that he is at the top of this game. No one is gonna beat him at it. Five of Swords. So again it's like, ooh, okay, I guess this is usually about inner conflicts, like a lot of different thoughts, fighting in our heads, and like confusions as well. So sometimes I think there will be songs talking about being trapped in one's head with a lot of thoughts, with mostly negative thoughts and like destructive thoughts. And I think you would talk about that period of time of struggling to get out of this stage. Also 10 at Wands, wanting to do a lot of things at the same time, like carrying too much burden on his shoulders, and like, or focusing on the one thing that like sometimes we direct our energies in the wrong directions, and that stop us from enjoying or from having all the good things happening around us. So I guess Yoongi might have there might be songs talking about situations where Yoongi or someone in the songs like focusing on one big goal that they set for themselves, but that goal is not necessarily what they need, but by focusing too much on that goal, they or Yoongi have forgotten about the world around them, and have forgotten about enjoying what it is in the moment. So I think that's would be one of the things as well. Queen of Wands. So passion, dedication, determination as well, and inspiration. So like creating something. So I think with this, with the flow, as I mentioned before, a mixtape is a mix of a lot of genre, a lot of messages, and I think this is like this is befitting with what's going on in the last year. So it's like it would picture or it would document the journey of like the how do you say it, the psychological journey of Yoongi going through the past 2 years, I guess. Almost 2 years, right? Is it? No, 1 year. What am I talking about? Last year to this year? Was it 1 year, 2 years? Did 2020 happen? Okay, no, 2 years. Okay. So yeah, I think he talks about a lot of things. So 2 year, 1 year? I'm confused now. 2 years, I think. This is bad. Yeah. So I guess it goes from like, I don't know, be like, I think it goes like up and down, up and down. It was like being on top and then getting lost and then getting hopeful again and then getting on top of the game again and then getting confused and doubtful of himself and then focusing on the wrong thing and then finding new inspirations. But it's like it's going up and down, but that's how life works, right? We go round and round circle, and like at one point you're on top of things and at the other point you're like at the bottom. But it just keeps spinning, we keep going. So I think that is one of the things that Yoongi would try to deliver with this mixtape. So I don't necessarily see any like connections between these themes. It's indeed really like messy, but as I say, it's a mixtape. So and that's the same with D2. He talks about a lot of things in the songs of different genres, and I think that's what special about mixtape. So let's have a look at the oracle cards. So when can we expect D3? So we have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So there's two ways to decipher this. A fiery climax approaches. It's telling me that it's very close, like because it's like the climax approaches. So maybe he could release it like this month or next month, just after Butter. But full moon in Aries is on the 20th of October this year, so that might be a timestamp as well. I'm not sure. I'm never good at like predicting time with my readings, and I don't really do that. So, but that is just something to keep in mind. With this card we have what kind of like messages you would like to deliver, would like to written out in this mixtape, and it's a new love, and this is not traditionally romantic love. It says embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. So as I said, it's really like befitting with this reading because I think Yoongi has talked about it. He has spent a lot of time studying about psychologies and spiritual discovery, I guess. That's not, I guess we can call it that. So, and also we also have this like finding new inspiration, creating new things. Ace of Swords as well. So I guess this new love is just finding, and also like finding new hope, new inspiration, and I guess the main things Yoongi wants to say to people listening to this mixtape is like, despite all these difficulties, all these unexpected and unpredictable things happening around us, we always got to find new fuels, new passions, new hopes, new things in life to keep moving on. And that's how life works. We cannot, it's not just stuck in one place. And when we are pushed to change, it is good to, you know, go with the flow, and like keep an open mind and like welcome new things into our lives. And I know like starting something new is mostly always scary, but if we don't try, then we will never know. And life, like living life is not, it's not about being the same all the time, because everything's changing every second. So if you don't change, then you would just be stuck, and that's not living at all. So I get that would be the main, how is it, the main spirit that you would want to deliver with his upcoming solo project D3. And then with this card, we'll try to see the concepts, the themes of D3. We have bad spirit, a rebirth is assured. See, it's another thing. It's also like rebirth, becoming new, becoming a new person, or finding something new, getting a new perspective as well. There's something about this color though I think would be important. I don't know how, but yeah. And also like I didn't want to use this deck for this reading at first, but then I was trying to go for the lighter color deck, but then the energy didn't work out with that one, so I picked this one. And then I noticed that there's a lot of like correlation between the colors. So that might be something that will come out with D3. Right. So now with this one, we'll shuffle this one to see if there is any last things that we should know about Uni's next coming solo project, D3. Got fulfillment. This is like a really, really nice card to have. Fulfillment. I felt like this, like as part of the messages that Uni would want to deliver, is like living life to the fullest, or you know, sometimes changes happen so that we can live life in a way that we has never expected before. But then nonetheless, at the end of it, we will feel like we will find the fulfillment that we meant to have. Yeah. What I'm getting is like sometimes the plans you have will not work out, but then life happens in a way that would steer you in the right direction. So you are always on the right track. It doesn't matter how many times you have changed things. Like something similar, like Jungkook has said. Doesn't matter if you change your ideas or opinions or options. If you change from doing A to doing B, you are still doing the right things. So I guess that's what this fulfillment card is about. Like, even though we have to go through even though Yoongi has to go through all of this, and I'm sure a lot of people have gone through the same journey as well. At the end of it, we're walking out of it feeling fulfilled. Like, and the fulfillment is not something given to us; it's something we worked for. So even if we have to change according to the situations going around us, we are still gaining from it. We're not losing anything, even if we think that we're losing out on a lot of stuff. But if we look at the other way, there are ways for us to fulfill wishes or fulfill things that we have neglected. before. So like this is an opportunity, like the pandemic or the hard times are the opportunities for us to actually acknowledge what it is that we truly want to fulfill in our life. So I think that is the message that would need to be learned, or that would be learned by many people through D3, and that would also what Yoongi would like to deliver or to spread the spirit with D3. So yeah, that's all that I have for this reading. It has been on what and how and when we can expect D3 to come out. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you in the next one. I think I will do Hopi's solo project next, but I will do all of the members. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!